I think my preference definitely goes to the more pinky ones. You guys are gonna have a very close-up view of my pure focus face. For the current phase I'm in, all that's left to do is attach the back piece. Look how cute! Hi friends, I'm Anouk, Nook for short, and welcome to another Nooks Hooks vlog. The past couple of days, I've been finding myself scrolling over on Instagram and TikTok quite a lot once again. So I thought, why not try a new analog hobby today in my search to find new hobbies that can keep me away from my phone, keep me away from the stress of thinking about work and things like that. Now, you do see a whole closet of yarn behind me. I am a crocheter. Crocheting is my main hobby, but I've accidentally also turned it into a job, which is why I've started a series of finding new analog hobbies that I enjoy doing as well. In today's episode, we're not only trying a new analog hobby, we're also supporting a fellow small business. I fully paid for this with my own money. I wasn't gifted this, even though she offered to gift it to me. I said no, I want to keep supporting other small businesses. So I paid for the whole thing myself. I'm not sponsored to say anything about this. But I ordered a quilting kit, a hand quilting kit, so I don't need a sewing machine, by Dear Patchwork. The person behind Dear Patchwork is called Sarah Lynn, and she's also based in Belgium. I believe she sells a couple different kits, and she's looking to expand that, and she also just sells a lot of really pretty fabric to quilt with if you're already an experienced quilter. Hi guys, Future Nook here. I just quickly wanted to pop in because I've decided mid-filming this video that there's going to be a fun giveaway in this video, so be sure to stick to the end so that you know the information on the giveaway and how to enter. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the video. I have had this package for quite a while. I've had it since before my con, but I've been waiting to open it up with you guys. So I'm very excited. It's been a month, I think, since I've had this package, over a month maybe. So yeah, I have no idea what's in it. I haven't seen it at all. But let's open it on up together. Can we just appreciate how cute this packaging is and the little tape that she used? And I'm demolishing it right now. You'll have the first look. Ta-da! You're currently bouncing on a tripod hanging on my monitor, so let's hope you stay put. Okay, let's see what we have inside. First off, a cute little thank you card with a sneaky little discount code for my next order on there. A little letter that I believe is my invoice, so we won't be opening that one together. I believe Sarah Lynn didn't print this off exactly as she intended, because the book opens this way, which is quite funny, but of course, not a big deal whatsoever. I'm not going to open it and show you guys, because of course it is Sarah Lynn's pattern and her instructions, so I won't be publicly showing them on my YouTube channel. Now, next up we have some packets of stuffing. Did I already tell you guys that we're making a pincushion? I'm not sure, but yeah, we're making a pincushion in this kit. We've got the stuffing. We have a fabric glue pen. I've never heard of that before. I didn't know this was necessary for this quilting, but we'll see. This is so cute. Oh, there we go. Look how cute. Okay, let's go through the fabrics later when I can do more of a close-up shot for you guys. Of course, I threw my scissors somewhere and I can't find them anymore. But I found some others. Okay. We have these little paper hexagons. I am fully new to quilting, so don't ask me about any of this stuff until I have actually followed the tutorial. We have some tiny needles, some thread, the cutest little pink floral scissors, and lastly, 3 of these pink little clips. And for anyone wondering, yes, I did order the pink kit. I don't know if you've noticed, but my favorite color is definitely pink. Time to do a little close-up of all the different hexagon patches we got in this kit. First up, this one, pink with little hearts and reefs and suns on it. This pink one with bows. A pink one with large white flowers on it. A pink one with green and darker pink flowers. A stripy pink one. A polka dotted pink one. I think this one might be my favorite. It's white with the cutest dainty little flowers on it. A white one with a big rose. Orangey fall themed flowers. Same color theme. Florally, planty. Another same color theme, but this one has tiny pink flowers and leaves, and a beige polka dotted one. All right, now give me a second to just read the instructions so that I have an idea of what the next step is in the process. So the method used in this work is called EPP, or English paper piecing. Okay, she has also linked a YouTube channel for a little tutorial. And we need 8 pieces of hexagon squares. So I'm guessing we get to choose because there's definitely more than 8 in here. All right, I'm gonna watch her little YouTube video first before I do anything else. All right, I've watched the video where Sarah Lynn explains it really well. I think I'm gonna rewatch it while doing the quilting. But step 1 is prepping the little hexagons by using the glue pen to stick them onto the paper hexagons. So let's pick out our 8 colors and then get sticking. Okay, so I have my paper hexagons, I have my little hexagon fabric pieces, and I have my fabric glue pen. So this is the glue, apparently. It's blue. I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a glue refill? I'm not sure. Anyway, now let's start with a really fun part, which is going to be picking out our colorways. I've zoomed you guys in a bit more so you can see. I think my preference definitely goes to the more pinky ones. So let's look at those first. I really like this one as a central one because I feel like it binds a lot of the other colors together while not being too busy. So let's try that. Okay. Okay. I am already loving this. And then in the video, Sarah Lynn says I also need to have one for on the back, so that's gonna be this one. Or I think she puts it over here. All right. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm already doing it wrong because she glued these things on before picking out the colors, but I didn't want to glue all 12 when I'm only gonna use 8 of them. So we're supposed to take a hexagon, turn it bad side up, put the little hexagon inside, and glue. Okay. I'm already messing up because I think in the video she said do not go to the top while I am going to the top. Can't help it, I'm clumsy. And there we have our first little prepped square. I'm now going to do the other 7 off camera. Oops.
Inclusive group of people. Obviously, we have our brand values that we talked about earlier in this video and have the same values as you.
Okay, all my hexagons are prepped and now it's time to start sewing them together. Okay, how on earth is this thread supposed to go through that tiny, tiny hole? Can you guys even see the hole? That's minuscule. Okay, and I also still have some glue on my fingers, so let me clean that off and try again. We did it! Now let's try a technique she showed in her video to make a knot at the end. So, ooh, that worked. There's a little knot at the end. Okay, so let's give it a go, I guess. So I need to grab two pieces of hexagon that are next to each other in the pattern, like so. No, like so. And then face them bad side out, like so. Clip them together. They're not aligned very well. I might use a second clip just to make sure they stay aligned. And then I'm gonna sew along this edge at the top. And apparently you're supposed to only go through the fabric and not the paper. So let's try that out. You guys are gonna have a very close-up view of my pure focus face. And then oh no, I had to go through. There we go. The first stitch, I think. And now I have to place one every 2 millimeters. I finished the first border. Let's have a look. That looks pretty good to me. I'm having so much fun. Oh wait, I scrambled my pattern. Oh no, I found it. Okay, next up is attaching the next one here. I'm just gonna keep sewing off camera and yeah, I'll catch up with you guys when I have something to update you guys on. So far, I'm having a lot of fun.
The candle labels that I'm going to create for a new collection, and then find things that match those labels, or I start with the dead stock fabric.
4 squares in, and I've made 2 mistakes already. Mistake number 1 is this one was supposed to be my central square, not this one. So this one, I believe, was supposed to go here. Oh well. Second mistake is I was just here closing off my yarn because yeah, it was getting short, so I wanted to close it off. I pulled it closed, it just snapped right off. So it's not very secure on there right now because it really snapped off right there, but I'm gonna choose to ignore that and hope for the best and hope that my pincushion still stays intact as I use it. So not going that well, but all things considered, it's my first time doing this, so still pretty pleased. The seaming is looking very good, except like here. It's a little off center, the midpoint of the 3 hexagons, but yeah, it's still quite okay. But anyway, this one will be my new center piece, and this one will be a side piece, I think. I've gotten this far now. 7 of the hexagons are attached to one another. I just have to attach one more and then do the back, which I don't know how to do yet because I haven't watched the whole video yet. But I'm cramping up so hard because I'm focusing so hard on these stitches. I need a little break. So I'll catch you when I continue working on my little pincushion quilt. Good morning, guys. It is the next day in the early morning. If you've watched my previous video, I actually just selected the winner of my massive yarn giveaway, where I gave away all the skeins of yarn I haven't used in approximately a year. I think it was about 50 skeins. Roughly half of them were only half to full skeins, and then another half of them were actual full skeins. So I just picked that winner. It's someone from Austria. I'm waiting for them to reply with the address details. So I'm very excited about that I get to send this yarn over to a new owner. But in the meantime, I've also talked to Sarah Lynn from Dear Patchwork again and asked her if she's planning on releasing these kits in English because I'm loving the kits. And it looks like she will. I did ask her if she has a timeline and if she knows to which country she'll ship. So when I have gotten that information, I will let you guys know. But with that, I think it is time to continue my little quilting process. For the current phase I'm in, all that's left to do is attach the back piece. Was this going to be the back piece? I don't even remember. So I'm going to attach this back piece to one of the edges, and then I have to continue watching the video. Now, of course, I had already lost one of my needles, so I'm very thankful that the packet came with multiple needles because I will be finding a random needle around my crochet room sometime in the near future. And actually, threading the yarn through the needle hasn't been that hard. The yarn itself seems pretty high quality and it doesn't like unravel, so it's quite easy to just poke it through the hole. So that's been great and handy because I have like dropped the needle off of the yarn at least 5 times now, so. And that's not including every time I had to stop a strand of yarn and start a new one. Oh, see, that was easy. So while I'm going to sew on this last little hexagon, I am waiting for a reply from Sarah Lynn about when she would be offering these kits in English and to which country she would ship, because I'm thinking of doing another giveaway. I really enjoy doing the little giveaway for the yarn, and I'm really enjoying this little kit. And like, who better to give away a quilting kit to people who already follow me for doing crochet, so they know like some analog hobbies and they're a fan of that already. So wouldn't it be great if one of you guys was able to get this quilting kit too? I think it would be. But logistically, we would still have to figure it out. If she's not ready to send things over internationally, either I will have to limit it to a couple countries, and maybe only do it in Dutch, although I don't think a large part of my following is Dutch speaking. But if she tells me that sometime soon it will be open in English and she'll be open to sending it to other countries, then I might not do the giveaway in this video, but in one of my upcoming videos where I talk about it again, just because I want as many of you to have the opportunity to get a kit like this as possible. I'm a big fan of this kit. I also thought the sewing would be not fun because in crochet, especially with chenille yarn, sewing is terrible and I actually hate it, which is why I make all my patterns no-sew. But here I am loving it. It's so repetitive, it's so easy. Haven't had any problems with knots, or I had one problem with pulling the yarn too hard and it's snapping, but that's my own fault. For the rest, it's really super chill and it's repetitive in the same way that crochet is. So I'm very much enjoying this. And I'm very happy with the pincushion idea because it's such a small little project, so you don't even need a sewing machine. For most quilting applications, I do think you need a sewing machine. I'm not gonna sew a whole blanket like this. No way. Okay, there we have it. All the hexagons are attached together. And now Somehow we're gonna have to like fold all of these edges inward and do that to make a pin cushion. I have no idea how we're going to do that, so I'm going to watch the YouTube video a little more now. Okay, so for now it still seems pretty straightforward. I think it's only really gonna start getting hard when we're closing up the last holes, I guess. But yeah, now it's just the same technique along more of the hexagon. I keep the reason my needles keep falling off of my yarn is because I keep just picking up my project with the needle hanging on it, and when I pick it up, the needle just falls off. So I should definitely stop doing that.
Because if you saw my last video, it was posted this week, and those makes are freshly made as well. These I just made yesterday to work up. They're not hard at all to make. I do have an axolotl pattern that I want to sell. I just don't know how big that's going to be. It's a free pattern, so we may try that out today.
Here we are. Nearly everything is connected together except for one hole over here. Now I was thinking, isn't this going to be like super rigid with the paper inside? Apparently you take the paper out, so that's the step I have to do now. I have to loosen all of the glue, which seems to be okay. I hope I didn't like accidentally stab through the paper too often, because that will make it hard to get the paper out. But I'm now gonna try to get all of the pieces of paper out. I've gotten out all the bits of paper and didn't look at the video, but I'm gonna assume we now have to fold it inside out. If I can find here the little space I left open. Look how cute! I'm so excited about this. Okay, I'm gonna assume next part is stuffing and then seaming this last little bit together, but I am gonna watch the video. I'm gonna be good, because knowing me, I would just go ahead and do it without watching the video.
Zo mooi. Dus daar heb ik informatie om gevraagd en dat hebben ze inderdaad. Dus hou vooral hun website in de gaten als je een adventskalender van hun wil. Ik ga het in ieder geval wel proberen om een...
Here we have the final pincushion. Look how freaking adorable and pink it is. I'm obsessed with this, and I'm just gonna keep it on my desk like forever. I love it so much. I really had a blast making it, and honestly, it didn't take me that long. I have no idea because I didn't time myself, but if I would have to guess, I would say under 2 hours. I am super pleased with it. It's very cute. Of course, this is very different to quilting with an actual sewing machine. I do want to purchase a sewing machine in the future. I just need more of a reason to than just I made a singular hand-sewn quilt and now I want to quilt more. But sewing might be in the future of Nooks tries new hobbies, so a sewing machine might be in my near future. Now, I did talk to Sarah Lynn some more, and in about a week she should have an English version of this kit ready, which is super exciting. I believe she already ships to most of the EU, so we are going to host a little giveaway together to win your own little pincushion quilting kit. Now, I'd like to open it to the whole world, but shipping is quite expensive to outside of the EU. So I would say anyone can participate, but if you are participating from outside the EU, the shipping will be on you. And if you are participating from within the EU, we will cover everything. So I put a little Google form in the description box below. All you have to do is enter some way I can contact you, whether that's your Instagram tag or your email address and the country you're residing in so that I can immediately calculate the shipping costs when I contact you. Now, to be clear, if you get an email or a Instagram DM from anybody else than me, which is at nooks_hooks on Instagram or nookshookshop@gmail.com, if you get contacted by any other place than those two places, that's not me. Don't share your information with those. If you do receive an email, double check it with my official email and Instagram tag, which I've put on the screen and I've put in the description below. So I'm very excited that I get to share this little new analog hobby with one of you guys. I had a blast making this. The sewing was actually so relaxing. It was pure meditation. It was a lot easier than I had expected. So I definitely think this is a good contender for a hobby I would like to continue. But do we think I have space to keep a bunch of fabric as well next to my yarn? We'll have to see. The winner of this giveaway will be selected when the English version releases. Well, it'll be open for at least a week and then we'll wait until the English version of the quilting kit has been made. So I can't give you an exact date, but I'll put in the description if the giveaway is still open or not. To clarify, you don't have to do anything else. All you have to do is fill in the form and you'll be entered in the giveaway. So very excited about that. And then I also wanted to go over a list of ideas I made to continue this series of trying new hobbies, because I've already wrote down a few and I'm very excited about them. So let's see. First off is yarn dyeing. I really want to do that, but then I also want to knit them into socks to actually see if my yarn dyeing was any good. I want to do punch needling and tufting. I want to do watercolor painting, although I think I'm going to be horrible at that, but still going to be a funny video. Cake decorating and baking in general, yes please. Cross stitching, I'm actually getting a cross stitch kit from Colorfully Sarah. I'm waiting on it. It's currently stuck at customs, but I'm very excited to get that kit. It's going to take a while to film because I think the cross stitch pattern is quite large and I've only ever cross stitched one thing before, which was a tiny little cat, and I don't think I ever even finished him. So very excited about that one. Book binding, I'm not sure about that one. I really, really want to try it, but like I'm afraid I'll need a lot of different supplies to actually do that decently. I'll have to look into it. Making beaded jewelry, making my own safety eyes. I've never done that before, but I do want to give it a try. And then the last one I have on here is working with either polymer clay or air dry clay to make earrings, light switch covers, and there was one more thing I wanted to make. Maybe some beads to make the beaded jewelry with. So that's going to be really fun. I hope you tag along to see where this journey takes me. I'm also going to like include in each video where I got all my supplies and the research I've done to get started, so that if you do like the look of a hobby I try out, you guys can try it out as well and just follow my steps that I took, and if I have any tips for not doing it the way I did, because it's always going to be my first time, or at least one of my first times that I've ever done one of these things. So I'm very excited about that, and I hope you are too. With that, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and a big thank you if you've done any of those things, because it really does mean so much to me and the growth of my channel. It supports me a lot. And yeah, I'm just grateful for any of you wanting to leave behind a little comment for me that I can reply to. So with that, I will see you in the next video. Bye!